The survival of a family's financial future in a new country often hinges on a single document that most people sign in a state of exhausted relief. When you arrive in Israel, the lease agreement is your first real anchor, but it is also where a hidden systemic failure is currently costing newcomers thousands of shekels. There is a specific legal shield designed to protect your capital, yet recent data reveals that for a significant portion of the English-speaking community, this shield is effectively invisible. This is not just a story about paperwork. It is a story about the gap between the law on the books and the reality on the ground. 10 years ago, the Israeli rental market was like the Wild West. Landlords could legally demand 2, 3, or even 4 months of rent upfront as a security deposit. For a family moving from London, New York, or Johannesburg, this meant locking up tens of thousands of shekels in a landlord's bank account indefinitely. To fix this, a major structural reform was implemented in 2024. This law created a mandatory deposit cap, limiting the maximum security amount to just 1 month's rent, plus the municipal tax known as arnona. On paper, it was a revolution for tenant rights, but here is where the narrative shifts from progress to a cautionary tale. Recent audits of contracts signed by English-speaking Olim show that over a third of these leases are in direct violation of the law. On average, these newcomers are being overcharged by 4,200 shekels. While that number is frustrating, it is the secondary trap that is truly dangerous. When a landlord holds an illegal deposit, the tenant is often forced into a high-stakes game of recovery. If you realize after signing that your deposit exceeds the legal limit, the path to getting that money back is paved with further expenses. Seeking justice through the official channels typically triggers legal fees ranging from 8,000 to 12,000 shekels. Essentially, it costs twice as much to fight the violation as the amount you are trying to recover. This creates a functional paralysis where the law exists, but enforcement is absent. The current landscape proves that the most dangerous thing you can bring to a new Aliyah is an assumption that the system will automatically protect you. Whether it is the devaluation of the South African rand reshaping your purchasing power or the hidden timeline of financial disclosures, every shekel counts during the first 6 months. To navigate this successfully, remember these key points. First, the legal limit for a rental deposit is strictly 1 month of rent plus arnona. Second, over 30% of recent contracts for English speakers ignore this rule, causing an average loss of over 4,000 shekels. Third, the cost of legal recovery often exceeds the value of the overpayment. Protecting your Aliyah means knowing these numbers before the pen hits the paper. Stay vigilant, understand the caps, and never assume the standard contract is a legal one.